It's not for me. It is the way it's like you can sail away. Like you could be. Oh, yeah, the scared to miracles. Just you wait and see.
Hello, tea sippers. What's going on with y'all? Y'all good? I mean, I know it feels like it's been a minute since I've been live. It just feels like it. It hasn't been. It's only been a week. Literally, it's been a week. People have been like, Tea Lady, where you been? I'm like, I can't take a chill. But you know what? The way that I come back is blessing others. Y'all know how I get down. Before I even start, I do want to say thank you to Howard Hewitt. I have been in La La Land ever since that concert. You know, I'm just saying, I've been like, Howard, okay, you cut your hair off, you cut the little hair thing off, but you still cute. So I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Hewitt, for that amazing interview. I want to also say thank you to Will Downing. Mr. Will Downing has not really a competition. He's looking for the best line dance, the best line dance that you can put together for Ready, Willing, and Able. I am taking submissions for him, so inbox me. You know what I mean? Yo look, get down. You know what I mean? So he said he's gonna give us free tickets. Listen, my tickets is contingent on y'all coming up with some line dances. So I'm gonna need y'all to get these line dances together. Y'all be glad I don't know nothing about how to do the wall situation, because mine will probably involve a little shoulder bouncer that's probably not what it's supposed to be. Whatever. Get your line dancing in there so we can get to see Mr. Will Downing. And you know what, guys? You never know where it may lead to. It may be so off the chain that he may say, listen, get 20 of y'all together and I want y'all to go on the road with me and do y'all line dance. Who ain't trying to get out the house? Listen to me. I'm trying to get my calendar together for 2021. So whatever it takes, we could be on the road with Will Downing. All right. So stop procrastinating. You ain't doing nothing else. Get up and do the line dancing. Again, Ready, Willing, and Able with Mr. Will Downing. We want to say thank you again to him. Jeff Bradshaw, oh my God, the trumpeter. Trombone. If you have not had an opportunity to look up his music, please do so. It is absolutely amazing. He's played with Joe Scott, Michael Jackson. I mean, his list of artists that he's done music with is plentiful. So make sure you guys support those three brands and anyone else that I've brought to you. Any of the previous entrepreneurs, please support these brands, y'all. Please listen. We got to take care of us. Now, I got light-skinned cousins. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. I ain't nothing against y'all. But right now, this is for us. You feel what I'm saying? This is really for us. We have so many different talents that we have, and sometimes it's not able to get out there like it should, especially now we're all having to figure out and revamp how to do things because we can't get around like we, used to getting around. So we still should be able to make money at home, right? You know what? We need y'all to do that. Okay, so that's why this networking event is so important and so special to me. I want to say thank you to my panel of women today. Now, men, let me say this, and it's no shade. It's all women today. I'm just saying, it's all women today. We coming up. It's all girls on today. Now, men, folks, I don't know, but today it's all women. And we just happen to be Black women. Isn't that great? And we're from all over. I mean, I'm in Atlanta. I'll have the ladies introduce where they're from. Well, Nicole is from Atlanta. But I'll have the ladies introduce what areas they are from. But we're from all over. So I got to start out with Natasha Hinds. Listen, Natasha is with Keep Your Hair Headgear. Let's welcome Miss Natasha in, y'all.
Hello, thank you so much, Miss Tika. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today amongst you with talking with Tika and these lovely Black woman-owned entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So my name is Natasha Hinds, and I am the CEO of Keep Your Hair Headgear. I live in Glenarden, Maryland, and I am a U.S. Army retired veteran. I retired just a year ago in May of 2019. So let me tell you a little bit about Keep Your Hair Headgear. So Keep Your Hair Headgear sells satin and silk-lined military headgear. to protect your hair. And so I just have to give a little bit of background. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. But back in 2004, when I was on active duty, I had been in the Army for 5 years at the time. And so I noticed while I was wearing a beret that the fabric was drawing out the moisture from my hair, causing it to be dry, and just literally causing my hairline to completely break off. And so I took my beret to a tailor. They added satin lining material to the inside. This is silk right here, but they added satin lining material to the beret, and I noticed a significant improvement to the health of my hair just because of that satin lining material. And so, I continued on through the service, going to different hairstylists, dealing with hard water, during my deployment in Iraq. And so I went through all of these hair challenges. And so in 2017, I was 2.5 years out from retiring, and I knew that I wanted to start a business. I just didn't know what it was going to be. And so I tied it to hair care. And so that's when I came up with these, one day it just hit me in the car. I was driving in the car. Oh my goodness, what about those liners, in the military headgear? And so I went to my room. I was staying in a hotel at the time. I started Googling how to start a company, and my Keep Your Hair headgear was literally born the next day. And so we offer, we started off with military headgear. So the berets was the first product. Military patrol caps was the second product. So we create the liners and then we have them stitched in. I also have a pending patent for removable liners because, this may get dirty, let's say with like oil or sweat. And so people want to be able to take it off and just wash it off quickly. And so in 2018, I started making baseball caps with satin lining material on the inside. And the reason I started doing that was because the baseball caps on the market, or at least the ones that I purchased, had like a cotton headband. And I don't want cotton on my headband.
Right.
I don't want Velcro or cotton on the strap. So all of this is satin on the inside. So we came out with this. We also sell, this is like a military style beanie, but it has satin on the inside. And then one challenge that I was having, we generally have bulky hair, if we're wearing braids or like a natural afro, and this doesn't fit all that well. It just sort of sits on top of the head.
Right.
And so, I know that there are backless hats on the market, but I had the same similar challenge where I was buying, let's say, like the backless hats, but then the headband was cotton. And I sleep with a silk pillowcase.
Okay.
Anything that touches my head or my skin, I need it to glide across my skin and my hair so it's not drying it out.
Right.
And so we have this. We recently was awarded or granted a license to make sorority caps. And so the very first sorority that we're doing this for is the one that I'm a part of, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And so our goal, sororities, HBC, like this thing is huge. Sororities,
it really is.
HBCUs, the military has a sorority. The band has a Greek letter organization. Absolutely. Nurses, teachers, like the list is just, it's really long. And so the product that we are actually launching, we'll have them in June, are the backless hats that are lined with satin, and they come with
that looks good.
Removable face shields.
Wow.
So this actually snaps on. This actually snaps on, and you can go grocery shopping or whatever. And so I actually received a message this morning from a woman who she actually purchased 2 of these on Amazon. Now they're not the backless kind, But the
Okay.
bottom line is she purchased 2 hats. But
Okay.
her challenge was that the plastic that comes with it, it was this plastic. This is like, she said that it has a crease in it, like she can't
Oh,
see
wow.
through it. And I told her, I said, I know exactly what you mean, because when the vendor sent me a sample, he sent me the same plastic. And
Flimsy. Yes.
I said, send me a plastic that I could actually see through. I can't see through that.
Wow.
So I'm gonna, we'll be creating a video soon just to show customers that, you know, this is not like the typical one that they would find on other sites. So I hope I'm not going over, but I just want to talk a little bit about our give back effort. So back in 2018, I have one of my friends. She's a cancer survivor. She had recently completed radiation treatments,
Praise
and
God.
I gifted her with a hat. You know, I gifted her with a hat. Just, you know, hey girl, this is for you.
Right.
And when she put it on her head, her eyes welled up, and she, you know, she just expressed to me, she's just like, Tasha, you know, this hat feels so good, because what I was not aware of was that radiation treatments causes the skin to be very sensitive. And so she explained that to me, and she said, oh my goodness, this hat does not hurt my head.
Wow.
And, you know, because the satin is soft.
Wow.
And so I said, oh my goodness, when I started my company, our goal was to give back 10% of our profits to nonprofit, veteran-owned organizations. And so we hadn't, you know, it takes a while for businesses to become profitable.
Absolutely.
And so, but, you know, I was still like giving things away, because I'm like, you know, we have to do something. And so giving back to cancer patients, any of the military style hats that are needed, that's part of what we're doing. Back in December, I went to a small business roundtable with G Cubed Incorporated, which is a veteran-owned business in the Virginia area. And one of the things that I mentioned was that we have been able to meet the 10% goal, you know, of giving back. And so the CEO said, well, you know, volunteer, that counts. And so 2020, we added that to our give back effort too, which is to volunteer once a month with their nonprofit, which is GQ Community Services. So, you know, I go there every month. I take my son, you know, you see him running around in the back behind.
I wanted to say that you actually have, it was a Teddy Riley moment. You got like a backup dancer. You got like a whole backup dancer. I have a question from a viewer.
Okay.
A viewer wants to know, do you make them for Coast Guard? Do you make Coast Guard covers?
We do not make the Coast Guard covers. I did meet with the Coast Guard back in December, I believe. I pitched the hats because I have a Coast Guard hat. And the challenge with the Coast Guard hat is there's Velcro in the back, which pulls the hair. And there is this embroidery, you know, there's this embroidery on the front, you know, where the logo is. And that it like catches onto your hair. It's like it basically can pull your hair. And so to your viewer who asked about the Coast Guard hat, it's on our list of things to fix. One thing that we're trying to come up with is basically, like I mentioned before, that I have a patent for removable liners.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that I don't have it with me, but we do have a video on YouTube. We have a video on social media on how it works. And our next goal is to come up with the removable liner for the baseball cap. That way it can fit in any baseball cap. And that would, you know, solve the challenge for the Coast Guard.
Well, you make sure I get that link, please, because I would like to help you to endorse that whole movement, I call it. And it's really interesting that, you know, we're all home right now. A lot of us can't get our hair fixed. You know, we're having to go natural. So I think this is an amazing thing when we're going out to the gym. Well, we can't go to the gym either, but to the park. our hair. We could put a cute little hat on and still be cute. We still cute. That's my thought. How long can we be cute, Tasha? You know, so I actually love what you're doing. You've already covered a question that I had. What's on the horizon for your brand? I see what's already on the horizon. You've already told me that. Give me a piece of advice. I usually kind of wait to the end, but go ahead and tell me now. Give me a piece of advice for someone that may be sitting at home, wanting to start this business, but they are afraid. Give me a piece of advice to that.
I would say to definitely make sure that you go to workshops, because that was so like I retired a year ago, and when I was on active duty, I was unable to really go to workshops. I was doing a lot of things on, in the evenings, on the weekends. But then once I retired, I started going to everything.
Okay.
I connected with different small business groups, veteran-owned small business groups. I mentioned earlier G Cubed, Roll 06. They're the ones that informed me about you, Miss Latika. And so it's just the whole networking and finding a mentor who can help guide you and help you to avoid those pitfalls.
If you've been watching these networking events, one word has been the common thread throughout all of them is mentors. Have someone that you can talk to, that can pour into you, you can pour into them. All of them, somebody's been through it. You know what I mean? They can kind of help you when you're saying, you know what? Bump these hats. I'm going to catch all these. I'm going to go in my backyard, put them in the fire pit and burn them all up, and I'm done. We all go through that as entrepreneurs. We want to give up. We don't want to, it's too much. I don't want to do it. I'm not making enough money. I'm spending more money than I'm making. The whole thing. We all go through that. Have someone that can pull you up, dust you off a little bit and say, okay, all that you're going through and all that you're feeling is natural. All right, now you've had your pity party. Let's get back in the saddle. So mentors are good for that too. So Tasha, thank you so much. I want to say, Henry, I know Henry is watching. I see him on here. Henry Williams, thank you so much for connecting me and Tasha together. She doesn't know it yet, but we're now BFFs. And but I do want to say thank you so much, Henry, for the opportunity to meet these beautiful ladies. And actually, Tasha introduced us to the other ladies that's actually on this panel as well. So Tasha, stay tuned. Share. So when you go back in the weight room, share. You got work to do. Ma'am. All right, don't go anywhere. All right, Nicole Wilburn. We have Nicole coming up. Now, you guys should know Nicole. You should know Nicole. Nicole is actually my manager. She's a woman of many trades, but she's my manager, but she also is a vendor. I don't know if you call them vendors. What do you call you guys? You are a supplier of TLC, right? Yes, so I'm going to let you take the floor. Natasha. Nicole, tell me where you're from, what you're up to, what we need to do to get skinty.
All right, here we go then. Hi, as she stated, my name is Nicole Wilburn. I'm out of Atlanta. I am with Total Life Changes. I am a life changer, an independent business owner. This business actually started back in 1996. So we're having the biggest growth history in the middle of COVID-19. So business is booming. So if you want to take advantage of it, I will give a brief little 1 through 5 as far as different compensation plans is with the company if you decide that you want to join and become a product of the product. So now you have seen on social media, I'm sure, from various people promoting the probably like all of the products, right? So I'm just going to give a high overview of a couple of products that we actually have. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is what we call the liquid gold in a bottle. This is NutriBurst. So NutriBurst is a multi-liquid vitamin, right? So you take one shot, you pour it. I've already had mine today, but you pour it. I use this for my shot, basically 1 tablespoon. You're getting all the minerals and vitamins that your body needs and craves within that one shot. Is equivalent to 10 salads, okay? So if you're a person like myself, I don't eat all of my vegetables and fruits on a daily basis. This is actually helping to replenish everything that my body actually needs. So if you want your NutriBurst, your family, Even the babies can drink the NutriBurst. This is good for them as well. Make sure you put it in the refrigerator. Some people, like my girl Tika, she's just a difficult person. She doesn't really care for the taste, but I think it tastes great. It's good. So get you a bottle of NutriBurst. The other item that works very well with NutriBurst, as you've seen, we have tea, baby. Detox tea. We have 3 different flavors. Yes, drink your tea. We have 3 different flavors. Now, of course, with the IASO tea, basically you mix 1 sachet. So we have original, we have lemonade, and then there's also raspberry. Raspberry does not contain any THC, but I do want to say that we do have the hemp extract. So what they've done was they've taken the original formula and they've infused CBD in it to give you the extra benefits that you need when you're trying to lose weight. So I say a lot of people are walking around with like 5 to maybe 50 pounds of fecal matter, just all up in here, right? And so with the detox tea, this helps to basically release all of the nasty toxins that you might have come across from pollution, just from walking around in your neighborhood, walking around driving and smoke and things of that nature. So when you want to detox your body, you'll take the 1 sachet, you get your 16.9 ounces of water, drink a little bit out of that. Now, there's been several people that they may take two sachets, import in that bottle. They're trying to get maximum performance, right? They're trying to make sure that they get all of that stuff out of your body so that it will have you operating at a higher level. So then you just go ahead and you pour it on in there. So simple. Basically, detox on the go, right? Detox on the go. I would say, and then you shake it up. So you want to drink this like 30 minutes before your meal. I don't do it preferably before breakfast because I don't eat a big breakfast. So I may want to take mine at lunch and at dinner because those are my larger meals of the day. Okay. And then this will help you. If you get on this product, it can help you to lose 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. But it all depends on how consistent that you are with this. All right. So again, we have 3 different flavors. Get at me. Let me know if you want a bag. My link is in the comment section. You have your raspberry, you have your lemonade, and I have an original one back there in the back. The other top 5 product that we have is called NRG. So now this NRG is basically energy and gives you mental clarity and focus. So I definitely want to promote the NRG. It does help a lot. If you're one that you feel as though you're dragging, that will assist you also, and it helps to burn your fat as well. Now, I just want to let you know, this is not just all about losing weight. So it also deals with wellness, okay? So we have a product that's called Alleviate. It is a topical cream that helps with pain. And so when you have the pain, you just rub it on whatever the area is. I find myself rubbing it on my feet because my feet hurt from when we used to step, and now I'm walking, so my feet hurt. So I'll, after the shower, just go ahead and rub your feet, put your socks on, and then I feel a whole lot better. You'll feel the pain subsiding. We also have, for some of the women that may be going through the change, right? We have what's called, it's the pink bag. It's called Blossom Me. So this Blossom Me product actually gives you some estrogen. So it helps to balance out your hormones within your body. I like how you're looking very engaged.
Right.
So I myself have also taken some of the Blossom Me because I used to like, why am I sweating at night? And so that has actually helped me. So I can go ahead and give a vouch for Blossom Me. Blossom Me at this time is probably, I'm gonna talk about a couple of items that may be sold out. And if you come across any sold out products, feel free to inbox me. I'll put you on the waiting list so that when it does become available, I'll shoot you a message and say, okay, it's available. Let's go ahead and place that order. Okay. So also there is the Infinity Oil. This Infinity Oil is actually pure emu oil. If you know what that is, it helps with moisturizing your body. Is for skin conditions, you know, and you just
like would it help with eczema or stuff like that?
It has helped some people with the eczema. You get it and you just go ahead and rub it in. So it also contains, so it's pure emu oil, and it also contains some of the vitamin E. So yeah, your skin feels real good. My hand, I just want to touch it.
Okay.
It feels real good. All right. So then we also have, and again, I'm talking about products that are not for losing weight. We have like Regenerate. You just spray it on your face. You spray it anywhere on your body to refresh yourself. And then you just rub it in, and it gives you a nice clean feeling. Okay. So this is, and it has a nice smell too, right? Okay. So it's basically superfood. It's superfood for your body, your face and body. So if you want to get that, reach it. They also have a product called Lucidia. Now, Lucidia is a charcoal toothpaste. So it's been known. Now, let me tell you. So when I tried this, of course, when I put it on my toothbrush, I'm like, it's black. Now, I have had charcoal soap, but I never had charcoal toothpaste. Oh. So I tried it. I've been trying it for about 4 days now, and I've gotten used to it. The taste is not bad. It's just mentally like it's black, right? So you've been brushing your teeth for 40 whatever years, and you're used to the white foaming and all this kind of stuff. This is not foaming outside of your mouth, right? And it's going to help to whiten your teeth. I have a nice and pretty smile.
Pretty.
So just a couple of other items that I want to talk quickly about. It's just 3. All right, so for those that have issues or you don't really want to take pills, you're overeater, you have cravings, and you can't stop. We have what's called resolution. So this resolution is actually, it's lipo in a bottle. So you want to take this about 3 times a day. Now I'm telling you now, when you take this, you don't forget to eat. It's so funny. I think it was 2 weeks ago, Tika, was it you and Yoki? We were talking, and I'm like, I'm not even able to eat half and half of my food. I'm only able to eat a quarter.
Oh, see, that was you, because I've been eating.
And yeah, we had that conversation, and then Yoki's like, aren't you taking the resolution drops? I'm like, oh, shoot, wow, I forgot all about that. Let me stop, because I'm not consuming enough calories.
Well, we need that right now because we in quarantine. So some of us in the kitchen too much.
So if you know you just sitting there munching on just junk food or whatever you can get your hands on, go on ahead and get you some resolution drops. What it is, you just open it up. It's a dropper, right? And so you just get that and you put it. I'm not taking it because I need to eat.
Okay.
So maybe
under the tongue. Look at me. I'm doing like this, like I can see up on your tongue.
You got it under the tongue.
Okay. And is it okay? So is it nasty? Because that's my whole thing. And I know some of y'all tea sippers, y'all, if y'all anything like me, it's like, okay, it's got to have at least not a pleasant taste. A pleasant taste.
It's not nasty. Now I would be making all kinds of faces if it's nasty, but you're like, it's medicine. But anyway, I feel as though it's okay. Now you have a little tingling, I think. That's just my opinion, underneath my tongue, all the way in the back. But it's going into your bloodstream and all of that good stuff, right? Okay. So then we also have the life drops. Now these life drops, baby, this is day 2 or day 3 for me. I was tired and now I'm not even tired. So it helps fight fatigue, but then it also metabolizes your fat. So I'm trying to get on flat and everything. So this right here, what you talking about? This right here, honey, helps to burn the fat while you're actually walking or whatever you're doing. It's just burning the fat. And you just take this, you can take it twice a day. Okay. So those are the sublinguals. And then we also have one that's called Harmony. Now our Harmony drops are for those individuals that may have anxiety, might not be able to sleep well, might have headaches. So this right here will assist in alleviating some of those conditions that you may be experiencing.
I think of us could be dealing with some of that stuff, Nicole, because we're at home. We could be dealing with all kind of stuff. So I think you guys definitely need to get in contact with Nicole. She's going to put her information as well in the comments. It's worth a try. I will tell you personally, I love the tea, no pun intended, but I love the raspberry tea. Like, it is so good. Like, I literally sit on my.
But let me tell y'all something what this one over here did. She is putting her tea inside of juice. Tika.
Okay.
The directions clearly say 16.9 ounces of water. And then she want to know, well, I'm not losing no weight. Girl, you add more calories to the tea than what you're supposed to have.
All right, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better.
Yes,
I'm going to do better.
I'm getting on you. So we have a challenge that'll be coming up soon. It will drop tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek. It's called the Quarantine 15 Sip and Shrink Challenge. Nice. And what this is, it is a $250 cash prize. First place will receive $150. Second place will receive $100. Nice. So look at that and look at God. That's just money that you may have put in to purchase the products. You're getting it back, right? But you're competing. You're competing with the other participants, and you're also competing against me because I am on a mission to get this stuff off of me. Okay. So one last thing I have is called Slim PM. And this Slim PM, basically, it contains the leptin that will actually burn your fat while you're sleeping. So there you have it, people. If you're trying to lose weight, come on and get at your girl, Nicole. You can meet me. You can go on the website, retail.totallifechanges, and then you're going to do the .com/Nicole Cheri. Or feel free to inbox me with any questions. I am here for you to help you through this transformation and to get this weight off. This Quarantine 15 has got to go. I am a proud member of the I Am Pretty Epic team underneath 1,000 families with Total Life Changers. Come and join me. And for those of you that may be you're not working, and you may have been furloughed and you're actually trying to find other ways of making money, you can actually become a part of TLC. We have several different ways that you're able to make your money. If you just want to be retail, you basically are getting 50% of the products that you sell. So take, for example, this, you'll get $20. Anytime somebody buys a package of the tea, you get $20. And this is daily. So when someone places an order, you'll have your money the next day. So then you also have something that's called Fast Start Commission. What that is if I bring somebody on, I'm signing up. It's like a sign-on bonus. I get 50% of what it is that they do, right? So I'm starting a team of at least 2 people. And then those 2 people just basically, you join for say $50 and also purchasing at least one of the products. That's all it takes to join to become an independent business operator with Total Life Changers. And then again, you get your inventory 50% off, and you get the $20 per product that you get from potential customers. Well, hold on. Come on. So you can actually make let's say at the least, you sell 1 product a day for 5 days. You got $100 that's gonna be in your bank account. Just that simple.
Listen, my entrepreneurs are not just trying to sell y'all. They're trying to take you to the next level too. What I want to do is we got to keep it moving. I want you to bring Tasha back on. Tasha, I need you to give your contact information. We did not get Tasha's contact information about her hats. So we can bring Tasha back on real quick. Did you put it up?
Yes, okay. Her information is in the comments, but if you need to bring her in, I can
bring her back in because I would like for her to give her verbally say it so that way when we upload it to YouTube, it's there. Also, Aaron.
Yeah, I see I'm multitasking, right?
I see. Thank you so much. Aaron, I see you on standby. You're next. Give us your information to get in contact you to get these hats. We didn't say that verbally.
Okay, so the website is www.keepyourhairheadgear.com.
Okay.
And we're also on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
Very good. Thank you so much, Tasha. All right, we have Miss Erin coming in. I do see someone waiting in the waiting room. Nicole, I'm sure you see them by now. Thank you so much. Bring Miss Erin up in here.
Everybody.
Bye, sweetheart.
Okay.
Y'all
hold on.
We are multitasking over here. I love it. Look at all this girl power we got going. No problem. Aaron is with Miss Joe's Sweet Petites her name alone says everything. I just love the name of her company, first of all. And I don't know if you guys got an opportunity to actually see the flyer that I posted with her, but her little her logo is the cutest thing. It is so cute. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. But we're gonna bring Erin on. I see Miss Birgans is on right now, but it's not your turn, girl. Get back in the waiting room. We're gonna bring Miss Erin on. So we're gonna give we're gonna give Nicole an opportunity to get it all worked out. But I'm gonna talk because I can talk. So at any rate, I'm really loving this energy that we have on the live. Tasha, ladies, I am so impressed with that whole thing with the hair not coming out. I mean, really, I don't know how these edges. Okay, some of us got weak edges. It may be the hat. That's all I know. That's all I can say. Now, if you feeling sad about it, if you are feeling sad about the fact that you've lost your edges because you've not been wearing the right hat, but we're gonna get you straight. But you are feeling a little more skintier because you are taking your TLC. You know what I'm saying? You drinking your tea. You're eliminating. Now I'm gonna bring in the sweets. I mean, I think you should be able to have a cheat day. You know, you've done well all week. You've been at the park, wearing your hat, drinking your detox tea. It is now Friday. You get an opportunity to have a cheat day. You're gonna have your cheat day with Erin. Why not? Hello, Erin. How are you?
I am well. How are you, Miss Tika?
I am fantastic. I asked Miss Erin at the very last minute. I said, Miss Erin, you can't get no snacks to us before the live. She said, sweetie, let me tell you something. I don't do last minute orders. She got me all the way together. I said, oh, well, okay, well, maybe next.
But I do have you for next time. Yes.
Thank you so much. But no, it is, I love it. Tell us about Miss Joe's. First of all, I got to know who Miss Joe is. So, you know, I said it wasn't going to be interview style, but I got to know who Miss Joe is because I got a feeling there's a story behind Miss Joe. But it's Miss Joe Petite Sweets. Talk to us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chef Erin Roth. I'm the founder, owner, executive pastry chef of Miss Joe's Petite Sweets. So Miss Joe was my mom. Right before I retired from the military, I was that kid that would call the parents. So that at that time, they were both retired 2 or 3 times a week to check on them. And I had talked to my parents in November of 15 and said, hey, mom and dad, I think I'm retired from the Army now. And I think I'm going to, you know, do desserts on the side. And of course, your mom said, your mom is your biggest cheerleader. She was like, and she is Joe. So Miss Joe said, well, sweetie, whatever you do, I'm quite sure you'll be very successful. And then she passed about 3 weeks later. So we had a new normal in my family. You know, your mother is like the center of the family universe. We all rotate around our mothers. And so for me, you know, went through a dark time. And so I decided to honor her memory and the legacy she left me and my siblings by naming my company after her. So Miss Joe Petite Sweets is in honor of my mother.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, hey, mommy.
Yeah, we were in South Korea for that trip. So yes.
Oh, well, I love that story. Now tell us about Petite Sweets. Now, I am very interested in the petite because that means that it's just a small piece that makes you just want to eat more of the little one. That equals up to one gigantic one that's probably too big. So talk to us about the petite.
Well, you know, Ms. Tika, when you're in the food service business, you have to find out what your niche is. And so for me, being a Southern lady, as mimicking my mother, you know, everything is about elegance and formality. And so for me, petite sweets, desserts are meant to be shared and obviously enjoyed, but at a formal functions, you don't want a giant cupcake to try to eat in 2 or 3, 4 or 5 bites. So a petite cupcake is a little more elegant in the eating. It's great for networking. It's just a little more classy for me. So our niche is petite sweets. We do full-size desserts, obviously. And we recently pivoted in about 2 years ago to corporate catering. I was doing an event for a corporate client in Reston, Virginia. And they asked me at the last, well, not the last minute, but they say, hey, Erin, because I was doing a dessert buffet. Hey, Erin, do you do heavy hors d'oeuvres? Well, I do now. So we shifted, and I would say glad that we did. That is our biggest profit margin as far as, for the business right now. So I'm glad we pivoted toward that. So business is doing really well. So we do sweets and we do heavy hors d'oeuvres.
I'm glad you brought up heavy hors d'oeuvres. Now this is just a little side note.
Got you.
What is the difference between a light one and a heavy one?
Well, it depends. A light could be something that like a cheese dip or something on a cracker, whereas heavy could be like a meatball, a chicken wing, a meat skewer. So it's a little more filling. And so here in this area, in the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, heavy hors d'oeuvres are a lot more attractive to corporate clients because it's easier to serve, it's less upkeep. And so it's a lot easier. And a lot of people now are shifting to that for weddings, other private functions, and it's just a lot easier. It's just so much easier than a plated meal. You know, now there are times for formality, but for the most part, for corporate and private functions, heavy hors d'oeuvres are the way to go.
So you concentrate, it seems like mostly, I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, mostly on the sweet side, but you cook as well, or is
Yes,
it?
yes. As we say in Mississippi, I can burn to death. But desserts are my passion, though. Desserts bring people together. I tell people, if you're going to be in a contentious meeting, whether private or or corporate, if you serve a dessert before the meeting starts, it changes the entire mood. And so for me, I love when people eat my desserts, the sheer awe, the sheer satisfaction in their faces. It's just hard to replicate. And it's like a high I try to get every time I create a dessert. And people, they love it. I let my clients speak for me.
Does your children like your desserts?
Well, I don't have any children, but I have 9 nieces and nephews and about 6 great nieces and nephews. And so they know Auntie Shakira, that's my middle name, is gonna make sure that they are taken care of.
Now, are you the one or do you bake birthday cakes, wedding cakes?
I do it all. We call it celebration cakes. We do, in fact, with the recent COVID-19, unfortunately, a lot of young people are not having the big parties that they normally would do. So we've been doing sweet 16 birthdays. I did a sweet 16 Chanel birthday cake. The young lady loved it. She loved it. I did a recent swimmer's cake for a 12-year-old young man. So we're still doing celebration cakes. I did right before the COVID-19 started, I did a 40th work anniversary retirement cake. It was the number 40. If you go to our website or our social media, you'll see it. And she was an AKA. And so we did it in pink and green and she loved it.
Nice.
So we call it celebration cakes. We love to do so. That's my passion. Obviously, catering pays the bills, but my passion will always be desserts.
I absolutely love that. I do have this side note. I know that I think that stuff you guys put on is called fondant. Is it called?
Yes.
How do you make it not taste bad? Like any cake I've had that was a decorative cake was not good.
Well, the key is to buy better tasting fondant. Not all fondant is created equal. The fondant, nothing against these stores that you can just go locally and buy it, but that is like your basement brand fondant. Well, and so you get what you pay for it. The fondant I use costs a little more when I do it. And I talk to clients when we do a consultation and tell the client, okay, you realize that the fondant is going to cost more because I buy a more expensive fondant. And then when they taste it, they're like, oh, okay, it does taste different because all it is sugar paste. It's just sugar paste. You're just eating sugar.
Wow. Well, okay. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's beautiful.
It is. But there's so many other options you can use. If I have in the DMV area, we have a lot of discerning clients. So you can use modeling chocolate. There's so many other ways you can cover a cake. You can frost the cake so that it looks like it has fondant on it. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, tell y'all something. She's playing no games. Aaron's like, honey, we don't have to get store-bought cake. I mean, store-bought fondant. No. Do you have a problem with store-bought cake? Now, see, this is me. Sometimes my family will say, Tika, bring the desserts. But the first thing out my grandma's mouth, do not get me no store-bought cake.
Well, does she know your cooking skills?
She does. That's why she said, just go get
exactly, man. Like there's some people that make the Kool-Aid. Some people that make some people that bring the ice and the drinks. So know your lane and stay in it. But I would say store-bought cakes, to each his own. If that's all you can do, that's fine. but we bake ours everything from scratch at Miss Joe's Petite Sweets. So
Can you give us an idea if we get a box cake? What is something we can add into it to make it our own?
oh, that's really
The idea.
I would say the first thing is buy the most expensive box cake you can. Just because it's on sale for 50 cents, you may not want to buy it. Look at the expiration date on the box.
Okay.
I would say use butter, not margarine. And I say butter, be sure it says butter on it.
Okay.
Not margarine. Try to your fats in those box cakes are better if it's oil. It can be oil, it can be butter. Mayonnaise is a good fat substitute as well. So you want a moist cake. One thing I tell all people who ask me, when you're baking a cake, the old wives tell us if the toothpick comes out clean, it's done. No, it's not done. It's dry.
It's overcooked. Yeah.
It's overcooked because when you remove it from the oven, it's still cooking. It's still what you call it carryover heating. So when you pull the toothpick out, it should have some crumbs on it. Maybe slight moisture, but not a lot. But at the same time, if you're cooking at home, once you smell your cake, start checking on the cake. It is probably ready to leave the oven. But another thing you can add too, you can add like almond extract, lemon extract. You can add other type of things to make your cake a lot better. Another thing you can do, if you have a dry cake, I don't mean like dry as crumbly, you blow it and it blows apart. You can add a simple syrup mixture to it. Simple syrup is 1 part sugar, 1 part water. You heat it up till it's boiling, like in the microwave. Add a flavoring like vanilla, almond extract, lemon extract, whatever, and get you like a small bottle and just kind of like baste your cake. And that helps keep the cake moist too, particularly if you're going to have it for the holidays and it's covered in a frosting. It keeps it moist on the end, so it can last longer than a couple of days. So that's ways of doing your cake up. At the same time, please, nothing against store-bought frosting, but make your own frosting. You can make it and freeze it, take it out when you need it. So
okay, so Aaron, you and I are gonna have to talk offline because you're gonna have to do a whole class. I mean,
yeah,
Aaron it's like we'll pay.
So many people. We're looking at starting doing our classes in people's homes because so many people want to do better, but they don't know how to do better. But Miss Joe's Petite Sweets, we will get you there.
I love that idea. We will talk offline because we can do it. We can have a whole Zoom party, honey. We pay $10, $20 to come up in there and let's make a cake with Aaron, honey. Let's make a cake with Aaron. Because our cake is dry. Okay. All right, Miss Aaron. Tell us how to get in contact with you. Oh, wait. Let people know they can order. They can order from you. What's going on? Let's talk.
Well, right now, we have suspended that, obviously, due to the COVID-19. Right now, we are offering online ordering in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And that website is cateringbymissjoe.com. Our regular website is petitesweetsbymissjoe.com. We're also on Facebook at Miss Joe Petite Sweets, Twitter and Instagram at Miss Joe's Sweets. And our motto is life is sweet, have a treat. And now we added celebrate life.
I absolutely love what you're doing. Congratulations on your success, many more years of success. And you stay tuned.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. We got Miss Monifa coming on. I know, right? Now y'all know I have to always put all this stuff together. I have to try to put it all together and tell a whole story with our networking events. All right. So we started out with our headgear. Now we had to make sure we didn't burn our edges out. We got to make sure our hair not breaking off. We're trying to get it together. All right. So we went from there. Then we went over to get the detox tea because our edges have now grown back because we got our hat, but now we full of, you feel me? So we had to go over here to get it together. You know what I mean? And get a better, spray some stuff on us, make sure we feeling good, smelling good, sleeping well, all that stuff. But then we kind of turned a corner and went us got us some sweets now, but they petite. Now you just can't eat 10 of them. You eat two of them and then you put the rest of them up. Now that we got all that together, we sitting on our sofa, we feeling good. But we looking at ourselves and we going, my edges are back, but I can't get to the barbershop. I can't get to the barbershop right now. And I got somewhere to go. I got a Zoom meeting to do. Let me go and pull out one of my head wraps that I bought from Monifa. And still be cute with a cute little earring. You know what I mean? And you still cute. Let us know what you got, Monifa. Tell us the story behind these head wraps.
Well, hello, everyone. And thank you, Tika, for inviting me. I am so happy to be here and just talk about my company. And it's called Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories. So I want to first start off by saying I am a veteran of the United States Air Force, proudly served as a registered nurse. And after I left the Air Force, I worked in corporate America. Now, if you know, and if you worked in corporate America, to make yourself look professional, and I say that with quotations, you have to look a certain way. Hair slicked back, part, bun. So month after month, I was putting the chemical of the relaxer in my hair. I would lose hair, I would get burns, my hair would be damaged, and I was doing this every month. Finally, I said, I'm just over it. I'm not going to continue to do it, because I went into this company that said, bring your authentic self. We're happy you're here. All right, okay. I'm going to start going natural. And I started with putting braids in my hair. And then when I took, I wore that for a couple of weeks. And when I took my braids out, my manager looked at me and said, good, now you look professional. Wow. Another thing was when I went to HR to report this, the HR person said, well, sometimes you got to go across the street to CVS and buy a box and slap a perm in your hair. And really, yes. She looked like me. So I realized that to be myself, I probably can't work in corporate America anymore. Right. And I always wanted to start my own business, but never knew what I wanted to get up and do every single day. Right. And then between that, I started making my own hair wraps and hair accessories, because I would go to the store and not find anything for me, for my texture. So then that's where I made my own, and my friends would ask about if I can make some for them, and I was happy to do so. But then I said, you know what? I love doing this. I love making people happy. I love giving them an option. There's something about a hair wrap that when you wear it, you know, that queen comes out, your head is held up higher when you walk. And Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories, the mission is just one sentence. It is to change the narrative of what's beautiful. So I am on that mission, not only teaching the history of the hair wrap, but also helping people with private tutorials. And I also hold classes for my customers and friends that buy something, so I could teach them all the different ways to tie your hair wrap, with the different sizes that I have. Now, I love color. I hope you could tell a little bit, but I just think you should live in color. Just go out. Thank you. Go out there and just live in color. Absolutely. I say your personal style starts from the top, and it just adds something to your whole outfit. And when I wear a hair wrap, I wear it. It doesn't even have to be a bad hair day. It could just be, it goes with what I'm wearing, and I feel proud. And for this COVID-19 now, I always wear a hair wrap when I go out, because with my hair texture, I don't wash my hair every day. Okay. So before I leave the home, I wrap my hair up. Yes, mask and gloves too. But when I come home, I could take it off and know that hopefully nothing is in my hair. My hair's been protected. But I just wanted to show a few patterns, just letting you know that I have so many beautiful patterns for something for everyone. Whether you like color, whether you like it a little subtle, whether when you walk in a room, you want to be seen. And each one is named after a friend of mine And there's
Really?
always, because I look at them and I see my friends, and there's always a story behind it on why I named it after them. Also, I started working out, and I think we should look good when we work out.
Absolutely.
So I started making headbands with my logo on it.
Okay.
And it looks good, but it absorbs the perspiration. And I have them in, of course, camouflage and black and orange and yellow. And I'm coming out with, well, it's orange and gold and yellow and silver, but coming out with more because it's really been wonderful for me to see people really buying these because they're saying, I know I'm under quarantine, but I am working out. And I have headbands and also head ties where you tie it yourself. And I'm coming out now with a summer line that will be out soon, all new fabrics, all new materials, and also adding in some things of my own, like the hair clips. I have designed some hair clips where the teeth aren't so close together. So if you have textured hair, it
yes,
doesn't rip out your hair,
absolutely.
but the hair combs are all in the designs of my hair wraps. So it really adds a nice punch, pop of color when you're wearing it. And also hairpins that I've worked very hard where it's about an inch wide or half an inch wide. There's two different sizes. So it can really hold your hair. And they're also in the designs of my hair wraps. So it adds some flavor to your hair or whatever you feel like wearing in the morning to really punch up your outfit and your personal style.
Do
And so,
you send instructions with the wraps? Because I'll just look at it as a piece of material. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I have
yes. A lot of people do.
like,
Yes.
around my neck. Like, what do I do with this piece of material?
Yes.
Okay.
I have videos on my Queen of Spades natural hair accessories, and I am putting some more content on my YouTube channel so that people know how to wrap and the different wraps, because I have a full size, I have a half size, I have a bandana. So you know what to do with each one. Plus I have Zoom classes where I could see them and they could see me, and I could let you know where you're turning wrong or something so that we can all learn together. And I had one maybe about a month ago, and it was fantastic with everybody trying and wrapping their hair. And I just had a Zoom class with a 55 and over senior community that wanted me to teach them. Yeah, it was so much fun. So if you have a group of people that you want me to help teach how to wrap your hair wraps, definitely, I am that woman. I am that queen to do it and teach you. And I also go over the history of the hair wrap.
Well, let me say this to you before I let you go, because I tend to be petty sometimes.
Okay.
Have you been able to see Miss Thing that told you to get some perm? Have she's been able to see your head wraps?
No, this was a few years ago because I did leave corporate America. She works in a well-known company, and she was very high up. And so if I want to see her, I can go to a website of that company and see her picture. Yes.
Yeah, I would love for her
but but personally, no.
I would love her to see, you know what, sis, let me show you what I did with this hair. You know what I mean? So
I know. I hear you, but I'm moving on to hopefully teaching other women for all textures.
Yeah.
If you want to put a perm, that's fine. And if you want to wear your natural hair, there are options for you to walk higher and feel beautiful.
Well, you can put her name in my inbox. I call her.
I will.
I'm kidding. Tell us really, really quickly, how did you come up with the name Queen of Spades? I love it.
Thank you so much. I was just thinking about a name, and that's probably one of the hardest things when you're starting a company. And I was laying on my couch, and I will tell you, Tika, it just popped in my head, Queen of Spades. And I love it. I love the name. It's royal, it's regal, and I want every body that purchases a hair wrap, a hairpin, a hair clip. I'm coming out with hats that actually fit natural hair, you know, a little wider so you don't have that line in the front.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just want you to feel like that queen that you are and embody it.
I love it. Men that are watching this live, please don't think this is not talking about you. You have a queen in your life. Now, if you want to wear a head wrap, this is your business. I'm just telling you, man, if you want to wear a head wrap, do one. But I'm sure you got a sister, a daughter, a mother, auntie that can benefit from these beautiful, beautiful head wraps. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful, queen. I love it.
Yes, thank you. And I am coming out with some shades for men, like black on black, because I've had some people with locks reach out to me.
Absolutely.
Especially that they run, and I said, I got you. So yes, there is more coming for everyone.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the common thread on this right now. All of my entrepreneurs got things coming. Like, we ain't just stopping right here.
Yes.
We taking this thing on to the next level. I mean,
Yes.
it keeps growing, and I love it. Go to the waiting room. Stay tight. See you in a minute. All right. Francine, we have one last person, y'all, that's coming on the live. It's Miss Francine. I left Miss Francine last for a couple of reasons, but my main reason is this woman here, I have to tell you a quick story about how we met. We didn't technically meet. It was, listen, the Lord told me to tell you something. I'm like, ma'am, who are you? She said, I've been watching you for about a year now, but the Lord told me to tell you something. And when I tell you, this woman had me on the floor crying, I'm like, oh, Lord. Oh. And ever since then, she has spoken into my life. We might not talk every day. It may be 3 or 4 months, but what she'll do is she'll send me a little message with some scripture. And I tell you, every single time she sends something, I'm dealing with that thing. Like, whatever that is she sent to me, it's always on time. So I want to tell you publicly, thank you.
Love you. Don't make me cry now. We ain't got started yet, child.
I know. We'll just blame it on allergies or something. Okay, so I want to let you guys know that she is just amazing. Now, she's an author, minister, and motivational coach. Didn't even know, I promise y'all, I did not know this. I didn't even know her. And when she called me, it was just like, okay. So now she's a part of my life, period.
Yes.
How about it?
Yes.
Okay, so now that we have had our hats, we got our edges back, we've taken our detox tea, we took a little trip over to the Petite Sweets because we had to get some sugar. We had to do that. Then after we got from doing our sugar, we sat there like queens, got our head wrapped up. Then we went to the Lord.
Yes.
All right, okay. Tell us about what you have going on, Francine. Just go. Let me just sit.
Even though, because I'm really trying to hold my tears back, because most people don't know that I'm like a great big crybaby. I'm a crybaby. But thank you so much. And hello to all of the women, and just hello to all the people. I don't even know where to start my own self right about now. I guess I'm going to start with this Discover You, and everybody just see.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
No, you see, I'm just real like that. No shame. That's just me. So, but Discover You came about just like everybody else. Tika, I had written 2 books. I have 4 workbooks. I had a radio show. I did a television show. I'm a mom. I'm a caregiver to my mother for 21 years. All this stuff. After doing all this stuff, I was still like, Lord, why am I still not happy? I was not happy. I still felt like something was missing and I was not fulfilled. And I said, now I got 50 things going on. I don't even need nothing else on my plate. But I still felt that that piece was missing. And I just could not rest until I found what it was. I mean, Tika, so you talking about, and I'm just being the real Francine for those that know me. So you talking about nights of me crying, nights of me praying, nights of me fasting, nights of me in the basement, like, Lord, why I got to go through this again? And why am I still just not fulfilled? And short story of that, it just took me just really getting in a place of just seeking God, where I had to take off really all the limits, Tika. And when I say all of them, I had to come out the box. I had to really just deal with me and some fears that I had buried, that I didn't even know I had buried.
Wow.
And once I dealt with that on a real level, because I tell people, I call them, we cover up. We can cover up real good. We cover up real easy, but we don't understand until we get to a place of truth of who we are, it ain't not gonna happen. It's still not gonna work together. And when I got to that place of truth in myself, whereas I had always been in a place where I always stood out, even if I never said or did anything, I stood out. I always went through a lot of rejection just because I was always me. And I began to, for lack of a better word, dummy myself down because I was trying to, stop my own shine for other people. And it wasn't until I dealt with that thing on a real level and I said, okay, God, everything you want me to do, I'm going to do it. At that point, Tika, everything opened up. He gave me this business. I have not looked back since. My whole life has changed since doing Discover You.
And Discover You is what part of your brand? That's the motivational part. Break that down for us.
Okay, so Discover You is the part of the brand, the business, the Francine that deals with leadership training. Just because, a lot of times, and I have to say this part too, because sometimes we get so churchy that we forget that we still need some education. And just because you have a calling don't mean you ain't supposed to master your craft. I don't care what calling you have, master your craft. Go get a book, go read it. I have been dealing with leaders all my life, teaching, training, doing all these things. And this is the part of the business where I talk to people and teach them about purpose in the workplace, purpose about their connection to humanity, and just overall what they have been called to do in the area of purpose. So from entrepreneurs to business, to just individuals, the whole nine as far as purpose is concerned. And then when I went back to school, I also got my certification in coaching. So I actually kind of don't call myself a life coach because the word is used so loosely. Yes. I actually call myself a professional and an executive coach because of what I do and because of my credentials that I paid a whole lot for.
Right. So let's call that a little bit something else.
Yes, because I didn't just do a weekend. I had to do 126 hours.
What are some of the things that you can tell people now dealing with this whole COVID thing and being laid off, and you have a lot of domestic violence is on the rise.
Absolutely.
All type of things are going on. What are some of the things that you can say to help motivate them and see the glass half full instead of half empty?
Absolutely. One of the things I would say, Tika, and let people know that right now, that this is not a season to even shrink back. COVID-19 is not a bad thing. This is a time for you to be at home in your house to evaluate you. The reason why I think a lot of people want to get out because they haven't dealt with themselves on a personal level. They haven't had an opportunity to sit at home because prior to COVID-19, we were able to come, go. Let me call you, Tika, I'm coming to your house. Girl, I'm coming to get some tea. But now that we have to be at home, you have to deal with you. Now that you have to be at home by yourself, you got to look on the inside of you. And sometimes it ain't that pretty. So I want people to understand, and what I want them to know during this time, really deal with yourself. Every man, every person ought to examine their own self. And sometimes what we see with ourselves is not pretty, but that does not mean it cannot be fixed. It does not mean it cannot be corrected. It does not mean that it's not going to be used for something else good. So while you're sitting at home, discover, take the time to say, what is it I'm supposed to be doing that's connected to my purpose, that's connected to my calling, that's connected to whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing while you are at home. Because I can guarantee you right now, when COVID-19 is over, some people are going to come out banging with some checks, because I'm one of them, because I've already seen one. Amen. So don't get discouraged because I'm at home. This is the time to tap on the inside of you. For everything that you know, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, take the limits off. And when we say take the limits off, we say stuff, but what does that mean? That means totally becoming authentically who you are. Be you without shame. Be you without dulling your light. If somebody else can't take your light, then do it by Felicia so they can go on about their business.
Y'all saw with this woman. She is the woman to call when you like having a pity party. Just call Francine. She'll be like, girl, please. What? Let me tell you about you. Discover You. It goes back to the name of your company is Discover You. What made you get into this line of work?
I know the Lord. I'm telling you, I was minding my own business. When we talk about ministry and all the things I do, Tika, I was minding my business. I never knew. I wasn't one of the people I wanted to preach. I wasn't trying to preach. I wasn't trying to do nothing.
Okay.
I was fine minding my own business by myself. Okay. All of this was me strictly being obedient to God. Period. Point blank. Nothing else. Because I heard him call me. And it was Francine. He gives us a choice. Yeah. And it was like, what you gonna do? And he laid and people gotta understand me. I'm not like churchified, but I'm gonna break it down real. Mm-hmm. He laid the cards out like, here's your deck. What you gonna do with it? Wow. And I had a choice, and I chose to go. And it's just like, one of my favorite scriptures when he was talking to Isaiah, and he was, calling what, and he said to Isaiah, well, who gonna go? And Isaiah said, I'll go, send me. That is one of my favorite things, because that's what he did to me every time. I have this assignment. Are you gonna go? And I was like, yes, I'll go. Send me. That's really my story. It ain't nothing else. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take every hit. I'm gonna take every ridicule. I'm gonna take every rejection. I'm gonna take every talk about. I'm gonna take everything that comes with this walk and everything that comes with doing what I'm supposed to do, because it's not easy. It is not easy at all, because to whom much is given, you sure better believe much is required.
Yes.
And that plate get real heavy.
How can people get in contact with you if they are, they can't really get out right now, but they need somebody to talk to during these times? How can they get in contact with you? How do you work all that out with counseling and such?
Just call me. My website is iamdiscoveringme.com.
Nice.
So not discover you, iamdiscoveringme.com. Nice. That's my website. I have online scheduling. Of course, my phone number is right here, which is 833-8-Coach-8, which is 833-826-2248. And it comes directly to me, extension 1. And Tika, I also wanted to mention too, because even with the Discover, you had brought one of my books, because this was like a part of what I had to do as well with my nails not done, so don't look at those.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been under COVID. But this one was like my latest book called Train My Spirit. And I gotta say, this was a book that I wrote because people saw me, Tika, they saw me out, they see me this, they see me that, but what they didn't know was, honey, I was at home in a storm, okay? Wow. I was at home on my knees, was like, God, I don't know if I could take one more day of any of this. Wow. And what he said to me, this is why COVID-19 is important for you to sit down and to hear, because he said to me, now, Tika, I'm crying. I'm like, Lord, and I'm tired. And he was like, okay, Francine, I am training your spirit. Mm-hmm. I am training you to get out your emotions. I'm training you to quit doing that same mess you keep doing. I'm training you to stop going back and doing these same cycles, these same patterns. At the end of the day, we gotta come up. And this book is like my latest book, Tika, where I'm like, it just blow your mind, because it was personal. It was a personal story of some things I was going through, and it's called Train My Spirit. And I'm talking about leadership, and I kind of tie all these different things together.
I love it. So you guys make sure you reach out to Miss Francine. I know that she is a good, and I like to call it an asset. I think she's a good asset to have in your corner, in your phone, to say, you know what, I ain't feeling it today, Francine. Yeah. I need to talk to her. So y'all call her up, get on a plan. I don't know how you do what you do, but get into some programs. Some of us need a consistent person to talk to, not just one time. Some of us need somebody we need to talk to at least once a week. Now you heard me say us. Yeah. Some of us need somebody we can talk to at least once a week. Contact Francine. Do not live in your pain. Don't do it. Talk to somebody. That's all I can say. Talk to somebody. Sometimes we want to I don't want nobody to know my business. I just told y'all that she talked to me. Nobody would have known my business because I ain't heard it nowhere. Francine could have been telling folks all over the place. T-Lady is crazy. I ain't heard that nowhere. I mean, you know what I mean? But no, seriously, don't even look at it that way. You look at it as a way to say, you know what, let me work on me. And so if I feel like the way that I need to work on me is talking to somebody,
Yes.
you used the word earlier, mentor. If I need to
Yes.
talk to somebody that's been through some of the challenges, and you never know what she's been through, or she has encountered with someone else and was able to speak to them, you just never know. So don't live in silence. Don't live in pain in silence. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Especially now. So Miss Francine's phone should be ringing off of the hook. Trust me, Nicole, you can bring all the entrepreneurs back in. I check on them and say, hey, y'all getting calls? Make sure you're checking the messages and the comments. Make sure you guys are on top of it. I'm going to ask Miss Francine, has somebody called you? Because I know we got a lot of folk dealing with some stuff. And y'all better hope she don't say no. Because I'm going to get on my Facebook Live and say, now I know some of y'all personally need to talk to some.
Yeah.
I'm just
give me a call.
Okay? Yeah. So don't be over there living by yourself. All right, ladies, we have had an amazing time. Believe it or not, it has been an hour. So we got to go. We got to go. We got to go. I got to go ahead and work on my dry cake. I'm just saying. Just for the record, my cake has been in the oven the entire time we've been on the live. So I already know it is dry.
Okay.
But I'm going to do the toothpick thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just let you know. Toothpick and see if it works. Listen, Natasha, thank you for helping us with our edges, sis. It's the edges.
Anytime. Thank you so much for having me.
Because seriously, that's what we affected at first, right? This kind of here and the hats and all that. So thank you. Monifa, honey, you just sit over there like all regal. She's
Yes.
You know, and then my girl down here, Nicole, like, listen, get one of these, get two of these, mix these together, and oh Lord, I'm like, she gonna get you all the way together, okay? Now, the way I have surmised this, let's get back to these sweets. See, I think I had
like sweets too.
I think we should have started with the sugar first.
Like, yeah, you go eat your sweets first, and then go on ahead and detox. How about that?
Okay, yes, so we're gonna get it worked out.
So you can get your sweets in.
So get your sweets first,
right.
Detox. You feel me?
Yeah.
While you're in the bathroom, because you're gonna be there, wrap your hair. You know, put your little wrap on, do some little different ones while you in there. You got to sit in there. Just really, you can't go nowhere. You got to stay in there. Once you through with your hat, once you through with your wrap, say, you know what? I think this is a hat day. Take that wrap off. Throw your hat on. You feel what I'm saying? Do your hat. Now you're still in the toilet. You're still in the bathroom.
You're not in there that long.
You're still in the bathroom, y'all. But then while you in there, maybe not call Miss. Don't call her yet. Don't call Francine yet. Just sit there and meditate on what Miss Francine has already told you, or read the book. Show the book again, Miss Francine. Get
Train my spirit.
Y'all can't tell me all this ain't tied together, because y'all know I will tie something together in a minute. I think all this is tied together. It works.
It works.
It works. All right, ladies, I think everyone has put out their information. We're going to post your information repetitively in the comments. Please, when we go off the live, please go into the comments and respond to people. You know, just kind of look through it. Again, we're going to start with Miss Erin. Please give us your website.
It's Petite Sweets by MissJo.com. And it's also we have catering by MissJo.com as well.
Perfect. Nicole, give us your website, contact information.
Sure. My contact information email is Nicole@ncheri, that's NCHERIENT.com. And then the website is retail.totallifechangers/Nicole Cheri, NICOLECHERI. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Monifa, tell us how we get Queen.
Yes.
What's your contact info?
Hey, just go on Facebook and go on my page, Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories, and you'll find everything that you're looking for.
Perfect. Miss Tasha, how do they contact with you?
Hi, so if you go to the website, it's keepyourhairheadgear.com.
Okay.
Yes.
All righty. And Miss Erin, I'm hungry right now and need some catering. But go to
I don't
say?
do diet or low fat desserts. God didn't create desserts to be.
No, I want the sugar and butter and all of that. I want all the calories. And so go to iamdiscoveringme.com or 833-8-COACH-8.
Awesome. Natasha, before we go, we're going to go. How are you coping? I said you had a son back there. How are you coping having to teach, babysit, cook, and you got a child at the house? How are you coping, darling? You all right, Tasha?
I'm doing the best I can. And I exercise every day to relieve stress. And I speak to my mental health counselor. Like, seriously, that's how I'm coping.
You see what I'm saying? You got to, again, like I said, all these ladies will agree. You need to talk to someone, and I don't want to get deep, but y'all know in our community, a lot of times that's taboo. Like talking to a psychiatrist, that I don't know why that is. But why? Everybody needs to talk to somebody. Don't just sit there and just be like, well, I don't want nobody to think I'm crazy. You might be. So talk to somebody. It's okay. Girl, okay. I'm gonna keep it real. Talk to someone, because I would rather you do that. And I suffer from depression, like really, really bad. People would be surprised, but I do. And because I know I do, I have my girlfriends that would only give me about a day and a half. They may give me 2 days. If they ain't heard from me in 2 days, they like, oh, your phone don't work. What's going on? I'm like, can I call y'all back? We're gonna FaceTime. You know what I mean? So you gotta have someone, and especially during this time. People are moving different. Like we have friends that just moving totally different. I'm like, why are you moving? You moving different. You don't even normally act that way. So people are just acting different. You understand? So reach out to people. Make sure when you're pouring out, make sure somebody's pouring back into you, because sometimes we pour out so much. And I know Miss Monifa down there, she look like the one that everybody call. This is you.
Yes, I call her a lot.
That's like her new. That's like your new like silhouette.
And I call Natasha.
You see what I'm saying? So check on each other, and it's okay. It's all right. It's all right to cry. It's all right to be vulnerable. It is okay. And we as Black women, we carry a lot on our shoulders. A lot. Okay. So because of that, we have to talk. We have to talk it through. All right, guys. I love you. I think I'm having a hot flash. So Nicole.
Okay. Lots of meat. Lots of meat.
Ooh, get me some of that on the way. Okay. I love you ladies so much. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you know any entrepreneurs that would like to be involved with number 5, please let me know. This has been fantastic. Ladies, stay blessed and continue to be a blessing. Love you.
Take care. Bye, ladies.
Bye.